Coming up on Mountain News this morning, leaders with a historic battlefield are left looking for answers after a break-in, and one Eastern Kentucky city continues to see some progress on a major makeover project.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Well, it's 6:30 on this Friday morning. I'm Dakota Makeris. We finally made it to Friday after what I thought was the slowest week I've probably ever experienced. Well, that's a bit dramatic because almost every week is like that for me. Let's head over to Brandon. And Brandon, I know some of our colleagues had a very late night last night, so they finally almost got a taste of what it's like working the morning news.
Apparently, and I heard at the end of the very late newscast, you got a shout out last night.
Well, what can I say?
Maybe that might show up on social media a little bit later today.
It might.
It might. So there you go. All right, let's take a look at our forecast this morning. And normally the camera I'm getting ready to show you is very, very dark, but you can tell it's a little bit lighter because the moon is out shining bright over there this morning. And we're seeing that at the Mountain Parkway along the kind of the Wolf-Powell County line there just near Slade. So be aware of that this morning. No traffic up there so far, and it's looking pretty good. Clintwood 38, Jackson 57. Everybody else kind of falling in between there. Some low 40s in Harlan and Middlesboro and Jacksboro to low 50s out there toward Moorhead, over toward Prestonsburg and Pikeville this morning. Forecast for the rest of the day. Unfortunately, the dry conditions are going to go away. The clouds will increase later on. Rain chances will pick up, and we could even see a few storms late today into tonight as well. Dakota?
All right, Brendan, thank you. Well, the Johnson County Sheriff's Office is investigating what is believed to be a murder after a body was found Wednesday. Sheriff Doug Saylor says they received a report of a body being found on Old Ratliff Road. Authorities say it was confirmed to be a missing person from Floyd County. 46-year-old Paul Sester was reported missing in January. His body was taken to Frankfort for an autopsy, where it was determined on Thursday that he died of unnatural causes. And over in Bell County, the Sheriff's Department is investigating a crash that killed 2 people in the Little Clear Creek community Thursday morning. Deputies say a pickup truck ran off the road before flipping over in a ditch. The impact of the crash ejected both people inside. The passenger, Caleb Bayless, was pronounced dead at the scene by the Bell County Deputy Coroner. The driver, former Bell County football player Colby Frazier, was taken to Pineville Community Health Center, where he died shortly after. The cause of the crash is still under investigation. An Eastern Kentucky man died after a car crash in Santa Rosa County, Florida, Wednesday night. Florida Highway Patrol troopers say the crash was on Interstate 10. The car, driven by a 19-year-old from Butler, Kentucky, left the interstate, crossed the median, and hit another car. A 23-year-old passenger from Jackson died. Another passenger, a 19-year-old man from Lexington, suffered critical injuries. The names of the men were not released. An Eastern Kentucky man is in jail after police say he left the scene of an incident and later attacked deputies. Bell County Sheriff's deputies tell us James Rice was pulled over on Highway 66 because of an expired registration. Deputies said after finding a syringe and suspected meth, Rice left the scene and jumped into a creek before going inside a nearby home and out the back door when he was seen putting a baggie in his mouth. Police said when he refused to get on the ground, they tried tasing him, which did not work. We are told deputies had to use physical force to get Rice on the ground. He then punched the deputies and disarmed one of the tasers before trying to use it on them. He was taken to the Bell County Detention Center. Hall of Fame horse trainer Bob Baffert wants a judge to block his suspension from racing in Kentucky. A hearing was held yesterday in Franklin Circuit Court. Last month, the Kentucky Horse Racing Commission suspended Baffert for 90 days. The decision came after his horse, Medita Spirit, was disqualified as last year's Kentucky Derby winner due to failing a drug test. The judge has indicated he will make a decision in the next few days after hearing yesterday's arguments. Leaders with the Battle of Leatherwood Civil War site say one of their buildings was broken into. Chairman of the board and President Kerry Crutcher says toy souvenirs, a quilt, and Native American jewelry was stolen, saying the monetary amount lost is a 40% hit to their budget.
What they didn't take was interesting. You notice they didn't take copies of the Constitution, the Bill of Rights. I guess they figured they didn't need that. They didn't take any books.
He says it is especially upsetting because some of the stolen items were made by local people who enjoy their crafts. Well, the city of Pikeville is making progress on a beautification project in the downtown area. Jordan Mullins has more from city officials about the project, its progress, and what the city hopes will come off its new streetscape.
In the city of Pikeville, one street is getting a makeover.
The idea behind this project started probably 3 years ago. It's part of what we call a streetscape project that has multiple phases.
One of many phases of the streetscape project is a makeover of 2nd Street from the Division Street intersection to the Caroline Avenue intersection. And crews are working as fast as they can to finish before Hillbilly Days in late April.
They've been very diligent, they've worked fast, and they're just trying to avoid any weather concerns. I'd estimate that right now we're probably at least 2 weeks ahead of schedule.
But the goal is not only to make the street more attractive.
One of the big things, the big goals for this is to increase pedestrian traffic at all times and all times of the day. These businesses, that's what they thrive on, is foot traffic.
But to build up small businesses and increase traffic in Pikeville's Creative Arts District.
We think that this will give the public a better opportunity to get out and support different artistic programs and hopefully support other working artists in the area.
And city officials and construction crews are thanking folks for their patience.
Everybody's been very patient, and they understand that this is just another way that the city commission, mayor, just progressing Pikeville forward. And, you know, as always, we're appreciative of that patience.
Paving the way for a more radiant downtown. In Pikeville, Jordan Mullins, WYMT Mountain News.
Well, Sloan said if crews do not face setbacks or bad weather, he estimates that the street will be open around April 15th. Well, kids ages 6 to 13 are learning more about theater with teachers from Morehead State University thanks to a partnership with the Lexington Children's Theater Youth Program. The troupe will produce an entire production of Alice in Wonderland from start to finish. The kids build props, design costumes, rehearse, and put on a performance. The play will be Saturday evening at 6:30 at the Forum here in Hazard.
The arts have a unique way of building community and building relationships. It opens doors for socialization and communication and to build relationships across the county.
In July, the Appalachian Arts Alliance will organize another community theater performance designed for all ages. Well, speaking of the Arts Alliance, it was definitely a party-like atmosphere yesterday, but it wasn't only because the Cats were playing. Zach Hawk was at a St. Patrick's Day party here in Hazard and checked in on how UK fans balanced the day.
With almost spring weather and a holiday, people gathered across the mountains.
They're just having a shindig. Some music, some drinks, some good times.
This party is courtesy of the Art Station in Hazard, where organizers know how to wear multiple hats.
We are very good at transforming the art station into all kinds of different things, from a jazz club to an Irish pub to a birthday party to wedding showers. We can do it all. On
Thursday, that transformation is to an Irish pub, something the city of Hazard needs for the holiday.
Our organization is really focused on community. We make sure that we're providing ways for people to express themselves in the community and just to enjoy themselves and have fun.
The party had all the St. Patrick's Day necessities: live music, green beer, games, and, of course, March Madness.
I done my first bracket today, and I didn't even realize they were playing earlier, and I already missed 3.
Money earned goes to the Appalachian Arts Alliance. Officials say it will be used to spread the arts through the region. In Hazard, Zach Hawk, WYMT Mountain News.
Well, I stopped by last night, and I had a very good time. Well, even with the Cats' loss, folks said they had a great time in downtown Hazard.
What he didn't read was Downtown Hazard on Thursday night. I'll help you out with that one there, which was last night, if you missed that. 6:40, or actually 6:39 here this morning. We're looking at temperatures that are pretty warm in some areas, not as warm in others. Clintwood's at 38, 57 there in Jackson this morning. Low to mid 40s, even some upper 40s down to the south there. Williamsburg and Monticello both at 46. Low 50s out toward Prestonsburg and Pikeville this morning. Logan at 54. Your out the door forecast, we're going to see sunshine, mild conditions to start the day, but again, not going to last. Rain chances are going to pick up this afternoon. I do believe we get into the upper 60s or low 70s there before the rain starts. And then after that, we start that slow slide, especially as we see those clouds increase later today. Dakota?
Oh, Brent, that's why we keep you around to help me out. Well, thank you so much for joining us. It's 6:39. Still to come here on Mountain News this morning. Yet another biotech company seeks authorization from the FDA for a 4th dose of its COVID-19 vaccine.